Do not solely rely on the platform displaying the words passed. Make sure you compare the signer's facial features during the live session with the photograph on the identification credential. What's up, Notary Gang? Welcome back to the channel. It's Stephanie McAfee, owner of Stephanie's Notarial Services. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. So you're officially authorized to perform remote online notarization. You've selected your platform, and now your client is ready to book with you. But how do you actually complete the online notarization correctly? Before we begin, it's important to remember that remote online notarization laws, identification requirements, and allowable fees vary by state. I am an Ohio remote online notary, so I'll be sharing the process based on my experience and Ohio laws and requirements. Always check your own state's current laws and commission authority requirements before performing a RON. I want you to click the link in the description below to access the script that I use for every RON that I perform. Now let's walk through how to perform a remote online notarization. Step 1, confirm that you're authorized. Before accepting an appointment, make sure that you're authorized to perform remote online notarizations in your state. Being a traditional notary does not automatically make you a remote online notary. Depending on your state, you may need additional training, testing, an application, a digital certificate, an electronic seal, and approval from your commissioning authority. You must also use a RON platform that meets your state's technology, identity proofing, recording, and record retention requirements. For example, in Ohio, I must be physically located in Ohio to perform a remote online notarization. Now, the signer can be located elsewhere in the United States, and a signer located outside of the United States may also qualify, but only when the transaction meets specific legal conditions. It's important to always confirm both you and the signer's location before beginning your session. Step 2, review the request. Before scheduling the appointment, find out what type of document needs to be notarized. How many documents are there? How many signers will be participating? Does the document require an acknowledgement or a jurat? Are witnesses required? Where is the signer physically located? Does the receiving party accept remotely notarized documents? It's important to note that you should not choose the Notarial Act for the signer, because that could be considered giving legal advice. So if the document does not contain the notarial wording, the signer must tell you whether they need an acknowledgement or a jurat. And if they're unsure, they may need to contact the receiving party, an attorney, or the document preparer. You want to also review the document for blank spaces, missing pages, or any incomplete information. Do not proceed with the incomplete document. Step 3, explain your fees. Before the appointment, it's important to clearly explain the total fees and what that fee includes. RON pricing is determined by your state laws and what your state allows you to charge. Some states establish a maximum fee per Notarial Act, and some allow an additional technology fee or platform fees. In Ohio, a notary may currently charge up to $30 per remote Notarial Act and an additional technology fee of up to $10 per online notarization session. That does not mean that every state allows the same amount. So before setting your prices, check your state's current requirement. You should also explain your fee to your signer before starting the session so that there's no surprises. And make sure both parties are in agreement before starting your session. Step 4, prepare the signer. It's important to send the signer clear instructions before your appointment. I always tell my signers to have a valid government-issued photo ID, a laptop or desktop computer with a working camera and microphone, a smartphone that can capture the front and back of their ID if required by the platform, a reliable internet connection, the complete unsigned documents, a quiet and well-lit location, and I also recommend joining the session at least 10 minutes prior to our scheduled time to complete the ID verification process. You also want to let the signer know that they may be required to complete the credential analysis and knowledge-based authentication questions, commonly known as KBA. KBA questions are created using information from the signer's personal history. The notary does not create these questions and should not be able to see these questions or the answer to the questions. It's important to never coach the signer through these questions or answer the questions for them. If the signer fails the identity verification, it's important to follow your state rules and the platform procedures before attempting the process again. Step 5, create the session. Log into your approved RON platform and create a new notarization session. Enter the signer's information carefully, including their first and last legal name and their email address. Upload the document and any additional signers or witnesses. Depending on the platform, you may be able to add signature, date, and notarial fields before beginning the session. This is sometimes called tagging or preparing the document. Double check the placement of every field. You do not want to discover during the appointment that a signature or your notarial certificate was placed on the wrong page. Send the invitation and make sure that each signer has their own individual link. And depending on the platform, you may have the option for both signers to use the same device during the session. Step 6, verify the signer's identity. Once the signer completes the platform's identity proofing process, review the result. Do not solely rely on the platform displaying the words passed. Make sure you compare the signer's facial features during the live session with the photograph on the identification credential. You will also ask the signer to hold their ID up to the camera so that you can verify their identity. Watch for signs that the identification may be fraudulent, expired, or belong to someone else. If you cannot satisfactorily identify the signer, you must stop the notarization. Step 7, begin the recorded session. Once everyone is connected, confirm that the audio and video are clear and that everyone can see and hear each other in real time. Introduce yourself and state that the session is being recorded. Confirm the signer's full name and physical location. You should also confirm that they understand the contents of the documents, are signing willingly, and are not being pressured or coerced. You should say, please state your full name for the record, then ask, do you understand the contents of the documents you are about to sign? And are you signing today of your own free will? Remember that you are confirming the signer's awareness and willingness to sign the documents. You are not explaining the legal meaning of the documents or advising them whether they should sign it. Step 8, perform the correct notarial act. The next step depends on whether the document requires an acknowledgement or a jurat. For an acknowledgement, the signer acknowledges that they willingly sign the document for its stated purpose. Depending on your state law, the document may have been signed before the session started. You might ask, do you acknowledge that you signed this document willingly for its stated purpose? For a jurat, the signer must sign the document in your presence and take an oath or an affirmation. You will say, do you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the statements made in the document are true and accurate to the best of your knowledge? Wait for the signer to give you a clear verbal response before continuing. Never complete a jurat without administering an oath or affirmation. Step 9, complete the electronic document. Now you're going to direct the signer to complete their electronic signature and complete any required fields. You'll watch the signing take place through the platform. Next, you're going to complete your notarial certificate. Confirm that it includes the correct venue, date, notarial wording, your electronic signature, your electronic seal, and your commission information. Apply your digital certificate so the completed document becomes tamper evident. Before ending the session, review the entire document. Make sure every required signature, date, initial, seal, and certificate field has been completed correctly. Step 10, complete your journal and close the session. Complete the electronic journal entry required by your state. Your journal may need to include information such as the date and time, the type of notarial act, the description of the document, the signer's name and address, the method used to identify the signer's location, the platform used, the fee charge, and any witnesses involved. It's important to not rush through this step. Your journal and the audio-video recording are important parts of your official journal notarial record. Once everything has been reviewed, close the session through the platform. Confirm that the completed document is available to the signer or securely send it according to your established process. Never send an incomplete or unsigned version by mistake. And there you have it. That is the complete remote online notarization process. Confirm your authorization, review your request, explain your fees, prepare the signer, create and prepare the session, verify the signer's identity, conduct the live recorded meeting, perform the correct notarial act, complete the electronic document, finish your journal, and securely release the document. Your exact workflow may look slightly different depending on your platform and your state requirements, but your responsibility remains the same. Properly identify the signer, follow your state laws, complete the requested notarial act correctly, and protect the integrity of the transaction. And if you found this video helpful, check out my next video where we compare mobile notary versus remote online notary, pros and cons, and which one makes more money in 2026. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a video. And share it with another notary who's getting ready to perform online notarizations for the first time. And comment below which remote online notarization platform that you're currently using or considering using. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!